Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to build an email automation with ActiveCampaign. Make sure to like and follow for future video updates. The first thing you're going to need to do is click on Automations on the left hand side of your ActiveCampaign homepage. Then click Create an Automation. What you'll see now is a list of pre-made templates that you can use for your email automation. All you have to do is find one you like and you can select it and start editing it in the automation builder. But today I'm going to show you how to build one from scratch. All we need to do is click on Start from Scratch at the top of the list and click Continue. Once the page is loaded, the first thing you're going to be asked is to select a trigger. And as you can see on the page, there is lots you can choose from. And to simply explain what a trigger is, it's an action that someone takes to start the automations. For example, if someone buys something from your website, you can send them an automated email thanking them for their purchase. Or you can set one up like we're going to do today for people that subscribe to your website. So what we're going to do now is go back to the top of our page and click on the first box, which is subscribe. You're then going to have to choose your action options. Firstly, you'll be asked to select your mailing list, and underneath that you'll be asked how many times you want your automation to run for. All that's left to do is click Add Start. Once the page is finished loading, you'll be given a few options that you can choose from to start your automation. The first option is send an email. Then you've got send a site message, send an SMS message, send a notification email, and send a one-on-one email. To send SMS messages, you do have to be signed up to ActiveCampaign. On the left-hand side, we've got more actions that we can add later on to our automation to make it more efficient. The first action I'm going to add is for anyone who subscribes to our site. Just click on the top one here, and all you need to do is double-click. Now we're going to have to select our subscribe list. Once we've done that, we can click on the Save button. Once the page is finished loading, we can start adding more actions to our automation. All we need to do is click on the plus key, and then we can start adding more actions. This one is a name update. Just going to type update in the box here. Once we've done that, all we need to do is click on the Save button. Once someone has added and updated their information, we might then want to send them an email. Again, we do this by clicking on the plus key and go to Sender Options and select the first one at the top here. You will have to add an email name. Don't worry, none of your clients will see this name. It's only for your reference. Now for the next part of this video, I am going to cheat slightly and use a template that ActiveCampaign have already created. As you'll see, if you scroll down on the right hand side of the screen, there is loads to choose from. You can also create your own email. If you'd like to see how to do that, then click on the link in the right hand side of this video. You will have to give an email subject. And for this one, I'm going to say thank you for signing up. And I'm going to offer a 25% discount. Once you're done, click Continue. Then you'll be taken to the email builder where you can make any changes to the template. In this one, I'm going to change this to 25% off. You can obviously add logos, stuff like that, but for now we're just going to click Next and click Save and Exit, where we'll be taken back to our automation page. Now when you hover over the email box at the bottom here, you will see a preview of our email. Now I want to give it a couple of days before I actually start chasing up a new client. So that the client doesn't forget who we are, we can set a wait onto our next action. And this can be anywhere from a few minutes to a few days or weeks. So we're going to slide that in underneath our email. And when the time period is reached, it's going to trigger the next action. Like everything else, all we have to do is drag the widget into our automation. And I think I'll change this one to 2 days. So all you need to do is just type in 2. And as you can see, you've got days, weeks, months, hours. And on this side, you can have wait for or wait until. What I'm going to do next on this is add a splitter. And basically what this is, it lets you split your subscribers into 2 groups and send both groups 2 different emails for the same item. And the reason this is good is because you may want to try a different email style, but not put all your eggs in one basket. So what happens is group A will see one email and group B will see a different email. And whichever group converts more sales, you can start feeding your other subscribers into that automation. As you can see, there are lots of actions you can choose from, and these will help determine who gets what email and when. For this example, I'm going to select anyone who's been sent the email and not opened it. We also have the option to add more filters at the bottom here, and all we need to do is add a new segment group. So in theory, we could target people from London who haven't opened our email. After clicking add, you'll notice a yes and no at the bottom here. So on the yes side, this is everyone who has opened our email. And for the purpose of the video, I'm going to remove a tag that they possibly have been given. And this is because they're going to be a definite sale. I have faith in the email. So again, I'm just going to double click on remove a tag. And for this one, I've got a fictitious tag of possible lead. And because I know they're going to sign up, I'm going to remove it from them once they've opened their email. Again, click save. Once the page is loaded, you can see the tag is going to be removed. And we're just going to add another element now. And I think I'm going to add another wait element. And that's because I want a couple of days before the next action starts. Again, all we need to do is double click and we're going to change the time again. So this time we'll just keep it as 1 day this time. And our next action will be an email. And because they opened our last email, we really want to get them to bite this time. So we're going to create another email, but this time we're going to offer a little bit more off. Same as before, we need to add an email name for our reference. And for this one, I'm going to call it Buy Now. Change it. Buy Now. As I say, this doesn't have to be perfect. It's only our reference. Click create. And we're going to choose a template again for our email. We'll keep the same one as we originally chose, so we'll just click select and add our email subject. And as I say, I know people are going to want to buy this, so we're going to say buy now and get 30% off. Be quite generous this time, just to really make sure we get the sale. Click continue. And we're going to change our header this time to reflect it. So we're going to say everything is 30% off. Click next and save and exit. There you go. And that'll be added to our automation now once the page loads. Click close. If we hover over our first email, we can see it's got 25% off. And if we scroll down the page, we can see our new email that will, when hovered, it says 30. You can just see there. And we're just going to click the plus key and add another automation. And because everyone's bought it this time, we're going to click add a deal. So we're going to go down to CRM, select the first one, add a deal. And once the value reaches 100, we're going to say the deal has been done, so we're going to click save, click OK at the top, and we're going to just put a name in here, so the deal name. And I'm going to call it sold order 1. Click save again, and we're going to scroll a little bit down and add a task. So just scroll down and add task. And this will send an email once the deal has been made. Just click plus again. All that's left to do now is end our automation for the yes side. So just go down and double click. So scroll to the top now and we're going to work on the no side. And we're going to click on the plus button again. And this time I think we're going to wait again like we have before. So we're going to go down, click wait, and we're going to set our period again for this time, I think 1 week. So we just click on there and go down to week. Click save. And because the no's are people that have not interacted with our emails, I don't really want to spend too much time on them because chances are they're not even actually bothered. I could offer 100% off and they wouldn't actually buy it. So I'm going to add an email and give them a bit of an incentive just as a last minute ditch to see if we can make a sale. As always, we've got to name our emails, so this one is not opened, and we can check all these stats later on to see if they change. But for now, we're going to select our email template again, so click select, and we're going to have to name it as we always do, and this time I'm going to offer 50% just to see if I can get one of these guys to sign up and make a quick sale. So there you go, that's 50% off their first order. And all we need to do is click continue. Just finish typing this. There you go, so click continue. And as we're offering everything at 50% off, the email's fine, so we can click next and save and exit. Now that the page is loaded, we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the automation, so wait for it and scroll down, and we can see our email has been added. This time we're going to select an if or else action, so just double click again. I'm going to use the same as what we did before, so if they have opened it, we can change the automation again, we can run them into the other pipeline, or we can end the automation afterwards. So we're going to click save now. And as you can see, we've got a yes and a no. And this time we're going to use the go to action. And what this does is allows us to add them to the yes column once they've opened the email. What I think I'll do as well now is move the tag removal further down the automation. All you need to do is hover over the box and click on the cross and drag it further down the automation. Just agree to the changes, click save, and then we can move, if we click on there, we can move our automation up. On the no side now, because they've shown absolutely no interest, I'm actually going to end the automation on this one. And what I'm going to do is click on the plus key, and we're going to wait for this time maybe 2 weeks. If there's not been any movement or any opening of emails, we're going to wait 2 weeks and we're going to end the automation. So change that to 2 and click save. And at the bottom, just click on the plus key again, and this time end automation. All that's left to do is activate our automation, and we do that by clicking in the top right, activate. As you can see, it is extremely easy to create an automation with ActiveCampaign. All you got to remember is they just use slightly different terminology to other platforms, and you get an overall look. We just click on the zoom out button and we can see our whole automation. We can add more triggers, so we can go to the top of the page and just select any one of the top widgets. As you can see, this one is add forms, so if anyone submits a form to us, they can go into the same pipeline. And you can see there we've added that at the top, and you can just keep adding to all these different options there are. So if someone buys something from the shop, we can add them to an automation as well, the same one. Just click save again, and as you can see, they just keep adding to the top, and you can do as many as you want. Another very cool option is if someone does pay for something and buy off of us, we can divert them to a page where they can pay for their item. So if we got a checkout, we can drop that in here, and we can just drop in our checkout URL. That's it for this video, guys. If I have inspired you to buy ActiveCampaign, then please do use the link in the top of the description below. It is an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any more to use, but it does give me a very small percentage of ActiveCampaign's profits. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you found it useful and interesting. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.